What's up YouTube, this is MathWiz987 and welcome to episode number 20 of my WWE 2K17 Universe Mode. This is main event, and tonight here in Cleveland, Ohio, we have got more Queen of the Ring action. It's the second round, and it is going to be a hell of a matchup to kick off this edition of main event. We've got two left in the second round. This one will determine who moves on to face Asuka in the semifinals, and the winner of that, will move on to the final matchup, which is going to be at WrestleMania. It is going to be huge, and of course, as we all remember, but in case you've forgotten, I'm going to remind you, the winner of the Queen of the Ring tournament will be crowned the first ever WWE Women's Champion of the new era. There, as you can see, are the brackets. We've still got Becky Lynch and Paige to follow. That will be next week. But tonight, it is Bayley versus Sasha Banks, and the winner moves on to face Asuka. I gotta be honest, if I'm Asuka, well, I should say not if I'm Asuka, if I'm either of these two women going into this matchup, I don't know, is winning this matchup really a reward? Because when you're going up against just an indestructible force like Asuka, that is going to be a really tough mountain to climb. But if anyone can do it, it'll be the winner of this matchup. Because, I mean, let's face it, to defeat Sasha Banks or Bayley, that's enough of a task in of itself. And these two women, of course, two of the four horsewomen, and these two in particular have had some classic matches against each other back in NXT. They'll just have to see if they can recapture that tonight here on the main roster. In fact, I don't think that they would actually want to, because you want to try to win these matches as quickly as possible, especially when you're moving on to face somebody like Asuka. So if I were either one of these two, I'd go for some quick pinfalls right off the bat, try to catch your opponent napping, and try to just pick up that quick victory. That way you can advance into the third round without too much trouble. Especially for Sasha Banks, because in the first round, she really had to put her body on the line against Trish Stratus. I mean, she threw herself through the middle rope with a suicide dive. Among other things, she took a chick kick straight to the face, but she managed to survive it. But I guess the question is, does she have enough left in the tank to defeat Bayley here tonight on main event? We already know that Natalya as well has advanced after defeating Charlotte on last week's controversial main event. Let's look at Sasha Banks just mocking Bayley. Well, Bayley's not going to take too kindly to that. A vicious DDT from Bayley. Like I said, these two women have history. As part of the four horsewomen, they have clashed several times in NXT and in very high-profile matchups. Twice for the NXT Championship, once in the first ever WWE Iron Woman match. And that was a hell of a contest. Of course, on both of those occasions, it was Bayley who was victorious, but Sasha Banks, she's got quite a few number of victories over Bayley as well. That is to be kept in mind. This is very much so a back and forth rivalry between these two over the years. And now they look to see, well, who's going to get the better first impression on the main roster. We saw Bayley had to defeat Alicia Fox to get to this point. And to be fair, Bayley, there wasn't really much competition for her. Alicia Fox wasn't quite, I mean, when you're comparing Alicia Fox to Trish Stratus, it's not exactly a fair comparison. Although, to Alicia's credit, she did get a pinfall victory. Well, more so a pinfall elimination. Wait a minute, here's a pinfall. No, just a one count. But Alicia Fox did eliminate Trish Stratus from a gauntlet matchup several months ago, I should say, before the Divas division was canceled. As now, look at this. Roll up after roll up. Bayley, no, she doesn't get her. Sasha just able to kick out. But now look at Bayley. Michinoku driver, not looking to allow Sasha Banks any time to recover, and a kick out by Sasha just at a one count. I realize that I have been mispronouncing the Michinoku driver, so I will work to fix that. I almost botched it again just a few moments ago, but I'm looking to fix it. Meanwhile, look at Sasha Banks. The head scissor takedown. As again, she retakes control of this matchup, and now look at Sasha just mocking Bayley. just mocking her, telling her to get to her feet, and now grabbing a fistful of hair and slamming the back of her head off the canvas. Sasha Banks, she's definitely not the most respectable competitor in this tournament, but the fact remains that she is one of the most dangerous. As with a move like this, oh my god, just wrenching back on the arm and then just stomping it into the canvas. Sasha Banks, she might not be the most respectable competitor, but she's definitely one of the most vicious, as she's really looking to pinpoint on that arm of Bayley. And if you can take away the arm, that'll definitely work wonders towards preventing that Bayley to belly. If she can't lock her arm, she's not going to be able to hit that Bayley to belly to full effectiveness. Let's look at again, Sasha Banks. Back to the arm. Driving the knee right into the elbow of Bayley. A vicious attack here by Sasha Banks. And now a stomp to the other arm. Well, Sasha Banks looking to take out both arms of Bayley in this matchup. You definitely can't. It'd be enough of a task to fight with one arm, but without either, I really don't know what else you can do. I mean, you can kick your opponent, but I don't really know what much else. Bayley, she doesn't exactly have the in-ring experience. Hold on a minute. She's caught the boot, and she slams Sasha Banks face first. I was gonna say, Bayley, she doesn't have the in-ring experience of somebody like a Daniel Bryan. Bryan might be able to fight with just his legs, but for someone like Bayley, who's still, you know, she's had a couple years experience in the wrestling industry, but she's definitely still fairly new to the business. But look at Bayley, innovative offense here, as she takes her down with that Hurricanrana. And now Bayley giving a thumbs up to the crowd. She's still very much so in this matchup. As Sasha Banks stumbles to her feet, here's Bayley. Oh, look at this, the Bayley Plex. Almost like a modified exploder into the pin. 1, 2, no, a kick out by Sasha Banks. The Bayley Plex could not put her away, not to be confused with the Bayley to belly. But Bayley, she certainly has gained the strong upper hand in this matchup, as Sasha Banks whipped into the turnbuckle. There's a shoulder, but no, reversal. So now Sasha Banks throws Bayley into the corner. Sasha Banks kick to the midsection. Off the second, or off the top. Look at that arm drag. Beautiful move by Sasha. And again, back to the arm. Into the pin. 1, 2. But a kick out by Bayley. Well, not even really much of a kick out. She just could barely get her shoulder off the canvas. And again, Sasha Banks just mocking Bayley. But Bayley, of course, she's got fight in her. She's perhaps one of the gutsiest women in this tournament, but guts will only get you so far. What is Sasha Banks? What kind of a scheme is she concocting here? Oh my god, the knees to the midsection from the top rope. She could have broken Bayley's ribs. Hook of the leg. 1, 2. It's over. No! Bayley gets the shoulder up at 2. And Sasha Banks can't believe it. Sasha Banks with the knees to the midsection. I thought for sure she had it in the bag. Oh, but now she might have it with that frog splash, paying homage to her hero, Eddie Guerrero. 2. No, and another kick out by Bayley. Well, of course, I mentioned that frog splash, Sasha Banks paying homage to Eddie Guerrero. That's one thing that these two have in common, is that they will both lie, cheat, and steal their way to victory. As Sasha Banks, well, right now, she hasn't done that yet, but when she gets desperate, oh wait, Bayley caught her. I believe that was an attempted Hurricanrana, but Bayley caught her in midair and dropped her straight on her face, and now into a Boston Crab. Bayley with the submission. Is Sasha Banks gonna tap out? Sasha Banks, the submission specialist. Wouldn't it be ironic if she was forced to submit at the hands of Bayley? Sasha Banks, she's trying to fight her way out of it. And she does. She just manages to escape. As Bayley trying to get back to her feet, but Sasha Banks isn't gonna let her. Sasha Banks giving her no chance to breathe, and now just looking to choke the life out of her with this submission hold. Bayley, she can't quite get to those ropes. With her face driven into the mat, she has no clue where she is. But Bayley, bridging into a pin here, she was able to escape. But Bayley just sort of stumbling on her feet there, couldn't quite get her balance. And now Sasha Banks looking to capitalize. No, wait, reversal. And Sasha Banks dumped out to the floor. As Bayley now springs to the top rope. What is she thinking here? Well, Sasha Banks cuts her off at the pass and dumps her off the top rope. And now Sasha Banks to the top rope yet again. Bayley trying to get to her feet. High risk move on the way. Vicious crossbody from Sasha Banks, but not going for the pin. Sasha Banks the boot to the midsection. And she's looking to finish her with the bankrupt. And into the pin. 1, 2. How did Bayley kick out of that? The crossbody followed up by the bankrupt, and Bayley refuses to quit in this matchup. That's why I talked about the heart of Bayley. That never say die attitude. You have to practically kill her to defeat her in a match. And Bayley is proving that right now. Sasha Banks whipped into the corner. Bayley. Oh no. Into the corner. Oh geez. The Bayley plex into that corner. Sasha Banks came down right on her neck. And Bayley looking to finish the job. Bayley to belly. Suplex into the pin. 1, 2, 3. No. What? Sasha Banks just kicked out of the Bayley to belly. Bayley can't believe it. Into the pin again. 1. Got her. 2. No, another kick out. That was no fluke, ladies and gentlemen. Sasha Banks is still alive in this tournament. Well, what more does Bayley have in her arsenal? She's hit her with just about everything she has. But Sasha Banks will not die. Don't tell me. She can't be looking for a Bayley to belly from the top rope. No, that's not what she's going for. Instead of Hurricanrana, no! Sasha Banks caught herself on that top rope, and you can see Bayley clutching at her leg. Meanwhile, Sasha Banks from the second rope with a splash. Bayley's in trouble. Sasha Banks, she's got her in a bad way. And she hits at the backstabber. And into the bank statement. Sasha Banks has it locked in, the bank statement. Bayley, can she hang on? Or is she going to be forced to tap? Bayley submits, she's done. Despite everything that she hit Sasha Banks with, Sasha Banks would not quit. And in the end, it is Sasha Banks who will move on to face Asuka in the semifinals of the Queen of the Ring tournament. Bayley, she is done. Her chance at becoming the first ever women's champion of the new era goes up in smoke. And it's all thanks to Sasha Banks. Welcome back now to main event, as we've got tag team action set in store for you. And here they are making their way to the ring. It is Diego and Fernando, Los Matadores. Yes, the Matadors in the last episode, they looked to try to make some sort of a statement, I suppose. But instead, they were both brutally demolished at the hands of Roman Reigns. And tonight, that has put them in a foul mood. So tonight, they requested this matchup, an open challenge by the Los Matadores. That was redundant. Anyways, an open challenge by the Matadors to anybody in the WWE, whether it be Raw or SmackDown, to any tag team, to step up and face them in a match. And usually this spells bad news for Los Matadores, and I'm getting that feeling again tonight. I don't think this is going to pay off for them. Oh, no, it isn't. I called it. You've got to be kidding me. The debut of Jason Jordan and Chad Gable, American Alpha. Well, the rumors had been circulating that American Alpha had been signed to a WWE contract, and indeed they have. Chad Gable and Jason Jordan, they are ready, willing, and Gable to accept this open challenge tonight from Los Matadores. And again, it looks like the Matadors looks like they've gotten in over their head. But this would be an opportunity for the Matadors to make a huge statement at the expense of American Alpha to ruin their debut. I don't see it happening, but it could. And if it did happen, well then Los Matadores, they would definitely get some buzz going around about them, start to get a little bit of momentum on their side. As for American Alpha, Well, this is just the opportunity for them to get their foot in the door. And, well, the Matadors, they issued this challenge. American Alpha will gladly accept that. This is the perfect opportunity for American Alpha to make their names known. What was that by Diego? Just taunting right in the face of Chad Gable. Now wait, reversal by Gable. Diego looked to strike first, but instead it's Chad Gable who fires back. Diego whipped into the corner. And already a tag made in this matchup. Chad Gable and Jason Jordan looking to fire up the tag team combinations. Boom! What a big boot to the skull off the reverse atomic drop. Into the pin. Do they have the victory right now? No, they don't. Fernando comes in to make the save as Chad Gable dumps him over the top rope. Jason Jordan, look out. German suplex by Jason Jordan. That's one thing you expect to see in a matchup like this. This will be a very technical mat-based style of a match. Chad Gable and Jason Jordan, I'm trying to combine their names. Gable and Jordan, they are former Olympic athletes, former NXT Tag Team Champions. And tonight they are now WWE superstars. Let's look at this. Look at the strength of Jason Jordan. Just tossing Diego about 10 feet in the air. And oh, a vicious dropkick by Jordan. Don't underestimate this man's athleticism. Jason Jordan, as now he tosses Diego into the corner. Jason Jordan, quite the premier athlete, so to speak. But the same can be said for Chad Gable. Look at this. A hip toss there. Chad Gable, oh, driving the knee right into the shoulder of Diego. But Chad Gable, he's got quite the arsenal of moves as well. Jason Jordan, if he makes up for it with the power, Chad Gable, he definitely fills in the gaps with his technical specialties. Look at these arm drags. Brilliant stuff by Chad Gable. As Diego trying to get to his feet. Here's Gable. No, wait, reversal. Oh, tilt-a-whirl backbreaker by Diego. That'll shut down the momentum of the American Alpha. As Diego whips Chad Gable into the corner. Looking to make the tag to Fernando, and indeed the tag is made. Over the top rope, Fernando hits the ring. What is this? Los Matadors. Almost like a revolving door here. Oh, the double back body drop. Beautiful combination there. Into the pinfall. Where's the referee? There he is. 1, 2, nope, just a 1 count. Maybe if the ref had been there, that might have at least been a 2 count. But the ref, he was off stargazing. I really don't know what he was doing. He really needs to focus on his job. But to focus back, I need to focus on my job. Double backstabber there. From the Matadors into the pin. Diego, 1. There's a 2 counts, but not quite a 3. Chad Gable refusing to quit as the Matadors start to fire up. Here's Diego with a side Russian leg sweep, taking down Gable. You can hear the crowd trying to get behind the American Alpha. But Diego and Fernando looking to try to cut the crowd out of this thing, just mocking the crowd. As Gable whipped into the corner. Another tag made to Fernando. Snapmare takedown. Oh, and the whiplash straight into the kick to the spine. And just look at Fernando. Just admiring the handiwork of the Matadors. As Gable trying to stumble back to his feet. German suplex. No, reversed. Gable with the reversal. Oh, and down goes Diego. And now Gable. Beautiful arm drag taking down Fernando. He got all caught up in that bottom turnbuckle. As now Gable backs him into the corner. Tag made to Jason Jordan. And are we going to see it again? Combination reverse atomic drop into the big boot by Gable. And now Jason Jordan. Jason Jordan trying to call Fernando back to his feet. Diego, meanwhile, is only barely recovering on the outside. And again, Fernando whipped into the corner. Oh, are we going to see it? Here we go. Grand amplitude, a massive back suplex. Referee, pay attention to the pin here. 1, 2, 3, and American Alpha pick up a pretty handy victory over Los Matadores. The referee, if he'd been paying a bit more attention in this matchup, might not have gone on for as long as it did. But the fact remains that American Alpha do get the victory in their debut here on Main Event. And I have a feeling we could be looking at future tag team champions in the American Alpha. Very impressive performance tonight. As we now move on to the main event. And this is a huge matchup in the making. The winner of the Royal Rumble, Cesaro, will be going one-on-one with the former #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. It is Cesaro versus Rusev, and it is your main event, ladies and gentlemen. Cesaro, of course, outlasted 39 other men to win the second ever Universe Mode Royal Rumble. It was a fantastic outing by Cesaro, a tremendous performance on the part of the Swiss Superman. And Cesaro, he came in at the number 29 entrance. And of course, it came down to the final two men. It was Shawn Michaels versus Cesaro. And of course, at the end of the day, it was Cesaro who stood tall at the end of the night. Cesaro, he managed to pick up 3 eliminations throughout his tenure in the Royal Rumble. Of course, one of them being Shawn Michaels. He also managed to eliminate his former rival Titus O'Neil from the matchup. But Rusev, he didn't quite have as much luck at the Royal Rumble. Not only did he lose to Dolph Ziggler in his World Heavyweight Championship title match, but when he entered the Royal Rumble, he was at the opposite spectrum. Cesaro managed to, he didn't have the luckiest number, but number 29, that's definitely a much more fortunate number than the number that Rusev drew, which was number 2. Rusev, and after competing against Dolph Ziggler earlier on in the night, Rusev he wasn't going to have much luck in that Rumble matchup, no matter how you broke it down. And in the end, he was eliminated by the combined efforts of Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. Rusev, he just didn't stand a chance in that Rumble match. Perhaps if he hadn't competed against Ziggler earlier on in the night, Rusev could have had a stronger performance. But then at the same time, he had a one-on-one opportunity for the World Heavyweight Championship, which was the best chance, a far better chance at winning the championship than having to go through the Royal Rumble and then go on to WrestleMania to compete for the title. But Rusev just didn't get the job done. Dolph Ziggler just could not be defeated on that night. But Rusev tonight, if he's looking to get back on the right track, a victory over the winner of the Royal Rumble would be the perfect way to do that. And that's just what Rusev is looking to get tonight. He doesn't care that Cesaro won the Rumble. He doesn't care that Cesaro's going to get a main event title opportunity at WrestleMania. All Rusev cares about is getting back on the winning track and getting himself another shot at Dolph Ziggler's World Heavyweight Championship. But Rusev, unfortunately for him, he got his shot. After all the time that he spent waiting to get it, he got his shot and lost. And now he has to go to the back of the line. And I'm sure that really just boils the blood of Rusev. But Rusev, I mean, it's the way that things worked out. I'm sure that Rusev, after getting screwed over by Paul Heyman, just by Raw management in general, by Seth Rollins, Kane, Paul Heyman, just everything that Rusev has had to go through over the past half a year. I'd have to think that eventually it's going to be getting to Rusev if it hasn't already. I mean, he went through all of that, and he did get his World Heavyweight Championship shot. It looked like things were going to turn around for Rusev, but they didn't. He came up short against Ziggler, and now I wonder, well, what's next for Rusev? With Cesaro now being the #1 contender for either the WWE Championship or the World Heavyweight Championship, Cesaro, if he goes over to SmackDown and challenges Kevin Owens, or whoever the WWE Champion may be at the time, well, then that's good for Rusev. Rusev could still potentially get his shot at WrestleMania. But if Cesaro... Wait, are these two having a pose-off right now? I don't know what to make of this, folks. The crowd obviously behind both of these two men, but I think they're slightly favoring Cesaro a little bit more here. I don't know how well that's going to sit with Rusev. A big-time European uppercut by Cesaro. Another European uppercut by Cesaro. No, but this time the reversal by Rusev. Takes him down with an arm drag. Big time knee from Rusev as he staggers the Swiss Superman. Now Rusev has him up against the ropes. Both of these two men, it's been back and forth to start this one off. Look at these vicious knees to the rib cage of Cesaro. And Rusev, follow-away slam, just tossing him around like a rag doll. Rusev into the pin. 1, 2. But Cesaro able to kick out just before the 3. But to get back to my point, if Cesaro were to challenge Dolph Ziggler for the World Heavyweight Championship, well then Rusev, how's he going to get his shot? He's going to have to wait till after WrestleMania. And by that point, we have the WWE draft rolling around. Perhaps Rusev, if he were to get drafted to SmackDown in that case, he has to start all over. So there is a bit of urgency in the air for Rusev heading into WrestleMania season. And after losing at the Royal Rumble, I'm not sure if he can get himself another shot at the title in time for WrestleMania. But I guess time will tell. As Cesaro with a devastating European uppercut once again. Rusev, he's struggling a little bit to keep up with Cesaro. As a Swiss Superman drops him against the ropes. What the hell is this? Cesaro, inverted Alabama slam, are you kidding me? That could win. Cover. 1, 2, it's over. No, it's not. Rusev kicks out at 2. We know that Rusev likes to utilize the Alabama slam, but Cesaro with the inverted Alabama slam, dropping Rusev straight on his face. Oh, as he went for the kick, he usually follows that off the double foot stomp, but Rusev had it well scouted. And he took him down with a dragon leg sweep. And now Rusev. Looks like he's going to try to target that leg of Cesaro, target the knee. And that's a brilliant way to do it right there from Rusev. As now Rusev putting the boot right into the ankle. Oh, and just look at the torque on this, but Cesaro, great ring presence by Cesaro. He might not have been able to see the ropes, but he was able to reach out and grab him for the rope break. But now he's out on the outside of the ring where no rope break is going to save him from whatever Rusev's looking to do. After that devastating clothesline, sending Cesaro head over heels. Rusev, what is he thinking? Over by the barricade. Oh, it drops him. Oh, and now a boot to the side of the skull. Cesaro draped right across that barricade, and then Rusev with that devastating boot to the skull. But Cesaro the reversal kick to the midsection. And now Rusev into the barricade. European uppercut again by Cesaro. Oh, and we've seen this before, usually in the ring, but occasionally Cesaro will utilize that barricade for a modified Cesaro swing. High impact maneuver there by Cesaro as he tosses Rusev back into the ring. Referee up to an 8 count. Cesaro, springboard. And I think both men just bumped heads off that springboard crossbody by Cesaro. I don't quite think that's what he was looking for. Now both men are on wobbly legs. Rusev stumbles back to his feet. But Cesaro manages to recover his equilibrium first. Off the second rope by springboard. European uppercut. And off the boot to the midsection. Cesaro now. Deadlift. Gut-wrench suplex. But he keeps it hooked. He's looking for the trifecta. Delivers the second to Rusev. And here comes the third. Cesaro nails it. Everybody loves a good gut wrench when it comes from this man, Cesaro. Into the cover. 1. Got him. 2. 3. Rusev kicks out. Just in the nick of time. And you see the look of disbelief, the look of frustration on the face of Cesaro. But Cesaro's not going to waste any time complaining with the referee. Oh wait, reversal by Rusev. Rusev able to counter. Cesaro whipped off the ropes, ducks under a clothesline. German suplex there from Rusev. Cesaro is in trouble. As Rusev, oh no, the boot to the back. Rusev, he could have him with the accolade. It is cinched in. Cesaro, oh, his feet are so close to that bottom rope, but he just can't quite reach it. Cesaro has nowhere to go. Rusev, can he get the submission? Is the winner of the Royal Rumble about to tap out? No, wait. Cesaro, able to slip out the back door. He manages to escape. And what is this? Oh, a European uppercut to the back of the neck of Rusev. And Rusev drops like a sack of potatoes. As now Cesaro. Oh, here it is. Here's the real deal. The Cesaro swing, baby. And Rusev's going around and around and around as Cesaro swings him into oblivion. And that could put him away. Hook of the leg from the Swiss Superman. 1, 2, it's over. No, it isn't. Rusev kicks out just before the count of 3. The King of Swing, despite his efforts, still cannot put Rusev away. As now he scales to the top rope. High risk move, but he fails, he misses. He crashes and burns. And this is the opening for the super athlete. Rusev, can he capitalize on it? Belly to belly suplex. Rusev looking to outpower Cesaro here. And now it's his opportunity to do so. After Cesaro crashed and burned after missing that elbow drop. Rusev just looking to dissect him with these belly-to-belly suplexes. Is he going to go for a third? Yes, he does. And he hits it to perfection. Cesaro is down. But the question is he out? No, he isn't. Cesaro back to his feet. How does he manage to do this? And now Cesaro in the corner. Oh, this is bad news for Rusev. Uppercut after uppercut after uppercut. And now whipped off the ropes. Another one by Cesaro. And he's going to go back to the other corner. Another European uppercut. And off the ropes. Missile drop kick by Cesaro. And Rusev, just like that, the tables have turned. Rusev, he's on the brink of disaster. As Cesaro trips out the legs. Crosses them. And the sharpshooter is applied. And now it is Rusev who's in danger of tapping out. Rusev is much closer to the ropes than Cesaro was, but I don't think that he can pull himself over there. Cesaro's got the sharpshooter locked in too deep. Is Rusev going to submit? As he's trying to roll over onto his back, and he does. Rusev able to escape. Oh, and now look out. Fall away slam, and he hits it. Back and forth these two men go. Neither man willing to give an inch. This crowd is loving it. What a spectacle these two men are putting on in this match tonight. As Cesaro stumbles to his feet. Rusev, super kick, and he might have just kicked his teeth down his throat. Pinfall. 1, 2, no! Not even the super kick will get the job done. Cesaro and Rusev, neither man is willing to quit in this matchup. Neither man is willing to say uncle. As there's a boot to the midsection by Rusev. Now a punch. Rusev looking to place Cesaro up in the high rent district. This is no man's land up here. And Rusev, you've got to be kidding me. Not a superplex. Rusev, he nails it, the superplex. Surely that'll do it. Rusev has worked the back. This is over. 1, 2, 3. No. Are you... How the hell does Cesaro keep himself alive in this matchup like this? I don't think Rusev knows what to do now. He's hit him with just about everything. Let's look at this Uranagi slam. Reversed. The arm drag takedown by Cesaro. Oh, what a boot right into the chest of Rusev. That'll take the wind out of you. And now is Cesaro's chance to capitalize. Look out. Swiss Death, the European uppercut. And that'll do it. Hook of the leg. 1, 2, 3. Cesaro gets the victory over Rusev, but damn, he had to go through hell and high water to get it done. What a performance, not only by Cesaro, but from Rusev as well. These two men, well, they stole the show tonight. That is going to do it for this episode of Main Event. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, keep on YouTubing.